Today, I'm going to show you how to set up follower ads for your business. So I'm going to do a live walkthrough on the account to show you exactly how to do this. So to do that, I'm going to have to show you my laptop and we'll get cracking. Okay, so this is one of our clients' ad accounts. I'm sure you won't mind me showing you this. Just to float our boat a little bit, he's getting £6.84 leads for his online program and £8 leads for his in-person coaching. So these are performing very, very well. However, we're not here for that. This is the stuff we do for our clients, but I'm going to show you an easy and simple way that you can start ads for your business. Okay. So if you haven't already watched the video on follower ads and how they're useful and why they're useful, then you might want to go and watch that video first. I'll put a link down here so you can go watch that and then you can come back to this afterwards. If you already know what follower ads are and what they do, then this video is going to show you how to set them up. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is have our ad manager up here. You can get there by just going on adsmanager.facebook.com. You'll log in with your Facebook and Instagram account and then you're good to go. All right, so the first thing we want to do is we want to create a campaign. And for this kind of campaign, we want to create a traffic campaign, okay? Because we are driving traffic to our Instagram page. So we want to click traffic. We want to go continue. And then here we want to go manual traffic campaign. And that's going to bring us up these three things, okay? So I'm going to explain what these three things are. This is your campaign. So this is like the major objective of what you're doing. So we're going to say follower ads. Okay, so this is at campaign level. Here we will, just want to turn off budget sharing. We want to select a campaign budget. So this will select our daily budget for the whole campaign. I would recommend starting this around £20 or $20. So I'm going to leave that as it is, as a testing budget. You don't need to worry about special ad categories. You don't need to worry about any of the other nonsense. This is all you need to have ready on this page, okay? So the next step we're going to go to is the ad set level. And this is where we're going to select where we're sending the traffic to. And we're also going to select our audience here. So on here, we'll rename this in a moment. Conversion, we want to send them to Instagram or Facebook. You come down here and we only want to send it to your Instagram profile. So that is where we want to send this to. If you click both of those, it's going to send it to your Facebook page as well. And I guarantee you won't check your Facebook page nearly enough to make this worthwhile. So turn that off. We want to go Instagram profile only. Budget and schedule, don't worry too much about that. And then we're going to go to the audience controls and placements, okay? So audience controls for this, without going too much into ad data, typically, for the other campaigns that we run for our clients, the more sophisticated campaigns that generate actual like applications for their program, we will kind of do something different for this. And we will use something called Advantage Plus, which is basically Meta's AI version of targeting. However, for the follower campaigns, we don't use Meta's AI targeting because there is no real way to train the AI to find the right people. Because with a follower campaign, you don't really get a result that you can send back to Meta and say, this is more of what I want. The follower campaign doesn't allow you to do that, which makes it simpler to set up, but it just means that we have to do a little bit of targeting. So we're going to use the targeting options here. I want to come down here and I want to switch to original audience options. The wording on these is going to try and get me to keep the current setup, okay? But like I've just explained, this works very well if you are sending a direct result back to Meta. We are not with this kind of ad strategy. So we're going to say further limit the reach of your ads. And all the language that Meta uses now is basically trying to get you to stop to do this. But for this, we need to do so, all right? So in here, we are then going to select our targeting of what we want to kind of put our content in front of. So you're going to select a couple of different options. You can select countrywide. So for example, you select United States or UK. I'm going to use United States for this example. And our estimated audience size here is massive. You can imagine with an audience size that massive, if we're spending $20 a day, we're going to be wasting a lot of that $20 just putting it in front of people that aren't really the right kind of people for us. So we want to add some targeting options so it gets in front of the right people. We want to select the age range of our clients. So let's say we're targeting people over 30 and we're happy to go up to like 45, and that's our target demographic. And let's say we are working with women. We're going to select women here. Okay, so now we've got an audience of 42 million to 50 million. That is still too large. And on our budget, we're going to be wasting, again, a lot of money going through things like that. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to bring down this targeting by using a couple of layers with our detailed targeting here. Okay, so in here, we are going to be able to select certain things. All right, so Meta has a lot of options. Obviously, without doing it for our clients, we know some audiences that work really well, but I'm just going to show you an example, one of how we do it. Okay, so let's say, for example, we work with mums. There's things like motherhood, okay, that you can stick in here. I've put mother mood, which doesn't help. Motherhood, children and parenting. That's brought the audience size down to 17 to 20 million, okay? Probably still too large for the budget that we've got. So what we are going to do is we are going to define further. This means if you think of this as a large pool, so this targets every woman 30 to 45 in the United States that matches the interests of motherhood. Okay. Now, what we then want to do is we probably want to target an audience that has something to do with fitness. Okay. Because those are the people that we're trying to get in front of. We're trying to get in front of mothers of this age that are mothers and interested in fitness. So we can now look at some fitness kind of things. So we can look at health and wellness. That's still quite large. So that might not be the best one that I want to use. We could look at, weight training. That's brought us down to 6 to 7 million. So that's a much better audience. That means our spend's going to be sent in a lot better direction. That means our spend is going to be all spent on women between 30 and 45, motherhood, children and parenting, that are also interested in weight training. So that's going to get us women that are likely already going to the gym, which is a good audience for this kind of stuff. Okay. So this, just double checking over that I've not missed anything. If you wanted to narrow it down even further, you can also match it to household income in the US. This isn't always the most reliable, but it does kind of bring down the more wealthier zip codes. Again, that's brought our audience down to kind of like less than 1 million. So that's probably a little bit too much and a little bit too small of an audience. But something that we sometimes do is like we could look at like the top 10. And we can also look at the top 10 to 25. That gives us an audience of around 2 million. So this might be something that you want to look into. But for the ease of this, I'm just going to leave that off. And I'm just going to go mothers that are interested in weight training. Because sometimes you can overcomplicate this process and you don't particularly have to. All right, on to placements. Okay, for our placements on this, we realistically want them on Instagram because that's going to give us the easiest click through because it keeps it on the same platform. So we want to change the placements, manual placements. We want to untick Facebook, and then we want to make sure on the Instagram placements, we have the right ones selected. So Instagram feed, Instagram profile feed, they're okay. Sometimes I'll turn off explore. It's not the end of the world. And I want to click this off, exclude placements. I don't want to just let it spend wherever it wants. I want to keep it on the things that I want. All of these are fine for testing. Okay, so that is our targeting. So now I'm going to go back and I'm going to name the ad set depending on what we've targeted. So I'm going to go female, USA, motherhood, and training. 30 to 45. So that's going to allow me to easily see if I try different audiences, which audience this was without having to go into it. Okay, so this is the targeting level. And now this is the ad level. So this is the individual ad that we're creating. Okay, so again, leave this until you've actually selected the ad. Here, there's a couple of things you can do. Okay, you can set up an ad that you've already made, or if there is an Instagram post that you want to use, you can also use that. Okay, so you can click next. For the text, you want to kind of call to action and get them to do what you want to do. So quick call to action. Next. If it gives you any AI versions on that, don't bother. And then it's going to load up my Instagram post. It'll just process that video. And then we don't need to really worry about this because there's no conversion places and we don't need to do any sophisticated tracking because we're just driving these to our profile. So I'm going to post this Instagram post 1. And then if I want to add any other creatives to test, all I need to do is quickly duplicate this inside this campaign. And then I would just go in, find my creative, which is still here, still processing, but for the sake of this, add media, and then I just change the video and I would add a separate video. Once I've done that, typically I would want to test 3. So again, I would duplicate that again, I would change that again, and then my campaign is done, okay? That is my campaign level, my targeting level, and my individual posts here, that these will then compete against each other and see which one is the winner, okay? All I need to do then after that is hit preview to publish and hit publish, and that will be live in my account and it will show up here. Now this is obviously staying in draft because this is a real client account and I don't want to spend his money on stuff that I've just set up to show you guys. But then you will see kind of data like this, which is the data that you want. Now on this campaign, we're running a lead form. So you don't really need to worry too much about that. You won't be running one like that on this, but yours will say like cost per profile visit, and it will say your Instagram followers at the end there. And that is how you set up a follower campaign inside your ad manager. So I'm going to quickly delete this now, so don't leave it on the client account. So hopefully that was helpful. That was a bit of a run through on how to use the basics to set up some follower ads in Ad Manager. And if you've got any questions or you've got any further follow on from that, just leave a comment in the description below and I'll get them answered for you.